Motto. Today we welcome Vibra Hospital to talk about long-term, acute, or intensive care services for patients after their hospital visit. Dr. Adam Silberger is here with more. And this, you guys are a really vital bridge between someone going in the hospital, having surgery, emergency surgery, scheduled surgery, but not necessarily able to go directly home. So you guys are that great bridge in between, right?
Correct. So we really specialize in patients that have respiratory failure, infectious disease processes that require long-term IV antibiotics, complex post-surgical care, wound care, and rehabilitation.
And you guys are located in the old East Cooper Hospital right here in Mount Pleasant off of Johnny Dodds and Hospital Drive. But y'all do serve, little southern term there, y'all do serve the entire low country community, which is fantastic. One of the only few places available that does that.
Absolutely. So we accept patients from all over the state and from other states as well, if need be.
Mm-hmm. Do you find that having that sort of hospital that bridges that gap between a person who can't necessarily go directly back home but cannot still stay in the hospital, you find that is so vital anywhere in the Southeast, and you guys being one of the few hospitals that do that, you're having these patients coming in from all areas as well?
Sure. Well, you know, it's a challenge. Our patients are awfully acutely ill, sometimes critically ill. They often come to us with complex social dynamics due to prolonged hospitalizations. But we meet that challenge by having a multidisciplinary team approach, which includes internal medicine physicians like myself, infectious disease specialists, pulmonologists, nephrologists, surgical subspecialists, and we also incorporate all of our ancillary services, including speech language pathology, nutrition, case management, occupational physical therapy to meet that. So,
tell us about some of the main diagnoses and those special cases, and I'm sure a number of those ones you were just talking about are special cases, but some really off-the-wall cases that most of the folks out on the street haven't heard about.
Well, like I said, our patients are oftentimes acutely ill, critically ill. They come to us from other tertiary centers. We recently had a patient sent to us from Duke for long-term antibiotics and complex post-surgical care. So our patients are oftentimes challenging, which makes it enjoyable and interesting for me.
So complimentary to the hospital to receive those folks coming in from North Carolina that North Carolina can't treat or continue to treat those acute patients with the diagnosis, and to be able to continue to bring that patient hopefully back to a healthy standing?
Correct.
Yeah. Now tell us also about what makes you guys so different from just the regular hospital that's out there, the ones we have at the Medical University and elsewhere, which you guys work actually hand in hand with as well.
Yes, so we're obviously a referral center for MUSC and Roper and the other centers around in this area. But we are a specialized long-term acute care center. So our patients are acutely ill, but they require a long-term hospitalization as opposed to a short-term acute care center where patients' length of stay is much shorter. Our typical length of stay is around 28 days.
That was going to be my next question, your typical length of stay. Of course, you have some shorter when you have longer, but 28 days, that's a tremendous amount of care going to that patient that can no longer receive that at the hospital for a number of reasons. It might be insurance reasons, but also cannot receive that care going back to the home. So that's critical that you guys are there. Biggest challenge for your patients base that you have?
Well, you know, like I said, it's really trying to use this multidisciplinary team approach, incorporating all of our subspecialties that we offer at the hospital and our ancillary services to complete their plan of care that they weren't able to do elsewhere.
Yeah, Vibra Hospital right here in the Mount Pleasant area, in the old Mount Pleasant Hospital, 1200 Hospital Drive. Doctor, thank you so much for being here with us. Now we turn it over to Aaron.